Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today, I'm just gonna be talking about these drone sightings and what they mean for you and me, and there's a lot of different theories and things floating around out there, and some speculations and all that good stuff. And um so yeah, we'll be talking about that today. So one of the first things that I think it's really important for you to know about is sorry, just give me a second. Yeah. So one of the things that I think it's important to know about is just if your life is not in immediate danger, don't panic. Don't worry about it. Like, relax. Um so yeah, you know, if you are not being directly affected by these drones in the East Coast, and there's rumors of them being in different places around the United States and around the world. I can't confirm that. I tried looking, like online and seeing, like, is there any videos from California or overseas, and I couldn't find any myself. Maybe there are, but I couldn't confirm that. So, number one, like, if you are not being directly affected by these things, if your life is not in danger by these things, like flying into you, or flying, into your house or something like that, just don't worry about it. Don't even think it, like, give it a thought. Um, because there's two scenarios. Well, first of all, why should we not care about this? Well, one, because it's out of our control. Either way we look at it. These things are out of our control, we can't do anything about them. They're here, and so I'll tell you about the first, but like the couple theories that I have and that have been speculated about by several people. Um so, and also there's going to be some videos to watch under this video. So if you want to know more about this, I will direct you to some people who have information on this. So the first theory is that this is the United States government. Well, it's actually, the deep state, or like, agencies within the government that are operating maybe extra, extra like out of their scope of practice. So like illegal operations. And they're doing this stuff in order to frighten the American people, the public, and to essentially, when the public is frightened, they start freaking out. They say, "Oh my God, can you do something about this?" Like they'll depend upon the government to do something about it, and the government will now say, "Oh, good. Like, we have your support to actually, you know, do what we want now, which is to, have a government that is has more control over the people, over their freedoms, because you can either have freedom or you can have fear. Those, you can have freedom or safety. Those two do not go like together at all. Freedom is we let the bird out of the cage, give it freedom. But that also means that, okay, the bird has to fend for itself. Has to figure out how to survive. Because it's free. It can do whatever it wants, but if it doesn't know how to survive, then it's going to want to be put in a cage and fed. So we have safety, which is the cage, and which is being, you're safe. Like, for example, being in a jail cell. Yeah, you're safe. You're in a cell. Nobody can get in. You can't get out. But that's, that's confining to the spirit. And so, anyway, so first theory is that, the government uses this, and I'm saying the government because it's, actually the deep state. And, so they use this to get more control, to take power, to manipulate the people into fear and into turning to them for answers and for authority, appeal to authority. So instead of saying, well, I'm bugged by this, so I'm gonna shoot it down, which you should not do that. It's against the law. That's your disclaimer. Do not shoot these things down. That's against the law. That's your disclaimer, okay? So, instead of taking it into your own hands, people like to just, what is going on? Government, can you solve this for me? They'll say, sure, I can solve it. Give me your freedom. Give me your freedom. And the way that happens is we get afraid. So we say, whoa, this big world is too scary for me. There might be aliens out there, or they might be whatever. Like, I can't handle this. Well, we can handle it. We can handle a lot more than we think we can. So the theory is basically this is a psyop. And one of the videos that I'm going to link you to below here in the description is a video from a man telling us about psyops and what to look for and how to identify them and things like that. And this guy's been doing this professionally, doing professional psyops for years. Okay. So, and then we move to the second theory, which is, okay, and I just want to address that no matter what anybody says, because they've had this plan, the government has had this plan for a fake alien invasion since the 40s when they started reverse engineering these technologies like UFOs and stuff, and anti-gravitational stuff. And so, so this is not coming from aliens, I can tell you that. I am a contactee. I have spoken to and experienced aliens and extraterrestrials and higher dimensional beings. Believe it or not, not all aliens or ETs have physical bodies. Sometimes they are shifted up to a higher dimension that we can't comprehend here. And when they do stick their finger into the third dimension, it looks like a light in the sky. But the thing that I'll just say ETs. Aliens are man-made. ETs are other dimensional. But ETs, light beings and interdimensional beings, the thing that they most operate off of is they refuse to do anyone harm. the even the thought of that, of doing someone harm, would kill them. So if they're in a higher dimension, meaning a higher frequency, they, to do anything of a lower frequency, like harming someone, would end them. They would just poof, disappear. Their existence would end because they don't want to do anyone harm. They're full of unconditional love, bliss, happiness, like such loving beings. So, no matter what, this is a human made invention. I can tell you that for certainty. And I do know that the government has these devices, these technologies that they've reversed engineered UFOs and stuff like that. I'm I'm taking that as a possibility that it's just a reverse engineered craft, or just common drones that the military has. The military has such advanced drones now. Like they come in all shapes and sizes, and can do really crazy things. So I'll move on now to the second theory. The second theory is that, well, these drones are known to operate at night and not during the day. So if they really wanted to freak someone out, like the American public, they would do it during the day and at night, like a non-stop barrage of UFOs or drones, you know. And so, at night people are in their homes, like asleep, but in the day they're out and about and looking up in the sky, and it's like if something happened like that, they would, notice it. So that there's a video by a gentleman um who works within the uh drone, like he's a government contractor. He builds drones. He um outfits drones with technology and things like that, and they use these drones for different reasons. So like um you know search and rescue drones, or drones that go out and can detect like gas leaks and stuff, things like that. And but the thing is with these drones is he's saying that they're so hard to operate at night because, like, even if you just had a camera on them, they're not going to be able to see where they are. They're not going to be able to, navigate like where they are. Hold on. Okay. So, yeah, they're not going to be able to see where they are. Um so then we have, so what are these things? They're operating at night, but also, like, even if they had thermal vision on them, they would essentially be um thermal vision operates off of like um a difference between temperatures, so you might have a you might be able to tell the difference between houses and stuff like that, but it's not really going to give you any like decent information or whatever. So the other thing is maybe these are operating off of night vision. Okay, that's an idea. Other thing is like maybe they're AI, just like drones operated by AI. But the working theory that I think makes most sense is that these are nuclear sniffing drones, meaning that they have like uh, like planes have like a pitot tube, a tube that like takes samples of the air, and so they're moving along, they're moving low, and they're taking samples of the air of any kind of nuclear radiation or nuclear material that they can sniff out in the air, just like a drug sniffing dog or a bomb sniffing dog. There's certain smell, or like there's certain um, things that can be traced to that. So the idea is that um, somehow a nuclear weapon, it could be, you know, whenever people think of nuclear weapons, they think of ICBMs, like Russia launching a missile to the United States. When in fact, suitcase nukes are more, you know, like that would be more, I guess, more feasible. Because, if Russia or Iran launches a nuke, we're going to detect it, and there's a possibility of intercepting it. So, but if they bring it into the United States via our wide open border at the southern, to Mexico, I mean, why the hell haven't we closed that thing yet? It blows my mind. And built the wall, even though they're cutting through the wall in some areas. You know, border defenses need to be, up their game. Of course, Biden administration, I could talk all day about that, about their incompetency and senility, but that's neither here nor there. So, um, you know, um, so there's a lot of rumors and things like that going around that this is bomb sniffing, nuclear bomb sniffing technology in these drones. And that's why they're flying so low. That's why people are freaking out about them because they're so low to the ground and all that stuff. And in fact, someone also said that, this this defense contractor that's building drones, he said that he came in contact with someone who actually warned our US officials about missing nukes, about missing nuclear warheads. And so, um, they had, he said that they had sent Ukraine like 8 nuclear warheads, which is like, why would we even do that? That's fucking ridiculous. Like, we should not even be in Ukraine. But anyway, so there's this person, this contact, says that, he's tried to warn, DOE, like FBI and all that, about these missing nuclear weapons. And, and he's actually seen them, and he put his hands on them. And, he's warned us. But of course, the government doesn't listen. They have their ears closed, and, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to admit that they did something wrong. and that now, because of their own incompetence, these nuclear missiles or these nuclear warheads are now missing and could be in the wrong hands. With the hands of Al Qaeda, the hands of, you know, Iran, Russia, who knows? We don't know. And so, with those two things coming together, missing nukes and the open southern border, well, it's no wonder that in New Jersey, New York area, that they are, planning to have this major nuclear attack. It's like, yeah, that's the most population. So, and also in DC, there might be one in DC too. So, and they have no clue where it is, so they're using these drones. I think that's a far more likely scenario. But again, we have to be mindful, and we have to, have our critical thinking caps on, because the government loves to turn what's it called? You know, don't let a scenario go to waste. Let that quote I'm trying to think of. It's like don't let a crisis go to waste. Yeah. you know, they're always going to take advantage of it to their advantage, take away our freedoms. And so, I think this is why they say, like, oh, if you see a drone go down, call the FBI. You know, uh, the fire department should secure the perimeter and call a bomb squad. because it has, nuclear material on it. Or, I'm I'm not sure the technology that they would need to, sniff out a nuke, but I'm sure it's not good, maybe not safe if it like crash landed and blew up, and I mean, who knows? So yeah, so that's my thoughts on this. It's there's a lot of crazy thoughts on it, and things going around, but yeah, you know, um I would just say, if it's not directly affecting you, like, don't worry about it. Um Relax, don't make a fuss about it. Don't shoot it down, at least like over a populated area, you know? You don't want to do that. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a crazy situation, but I think that's why the government has kept their mouth so shut about it. It's either to confuse us or because something serious is about to happen. Those are the only two situations I see. So, yeah. Alright, guys. So that's my video for today. Let's all keep calm. Let's all, put on our critical thinking caps and really, take a step back and think about, you know, is this a psyop? Is the media parroting a same narrative? Is there a push to expand government and take away our freedoms? What is really going on here? So we have to think about it critically, but we also have to not get too afraid of it, because if we fear, we'll freak out. We'll say, "Oh my God, the government! You need to take care of this." I don't know what's going on, so you need to be in charge, putting all your power, all your freedom at the behest of the government, into the hands of the government. So, you know. Alrighty guys, so that's my video for today. Thank y'all for watching. I love you guys, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Peace. Bye bye. And check out all my stuff on my shop, gebotheshaman.com. You can check it out, and we will see you next time.